Sitting with me now is Gil Reich, and I will let him introduce himself for us.
Hi, I founded Managing Greatness, where we perform web solutions and consulting on all sorts of community sites, search marketing, etc. I previously previously was one of the founding members of Answers.com, one of the original 9 members there. Joined there in January of 1999, spent 12 years there. Had a blast there, did a lot of great stuff, grew to one of the 20 top visited sites in the United States, and from there then went and started our own stuff, where we're doing some nice stuff for some good clients.
Excellent. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's go back to Answers.com, one of the 20 top visited sites in the U.S. That's amazing. What do you attribute to your success? What did that look like?
Well, first of all, from part of the site we acquired from Chris Whitten at Fact Farm, we built a site with a great community where the community was really answering each other's questions. The community committed to quality, people on the site committed to quality, and people just enjoyed answering each other's questions, helping each other out, and it just really grew.
Okay. How does moderating a site like that look? How do you manage something like that at that scale?
Okay, so we started with, we had some nice community developers there, Crystal McCann, who really led a team that from the beginning, first because they were there first, and they were with the site, from 2002, they were able to, establish their presence. They got a bunch of people to follow them and join them, both volunteers and employees, mostly volunteers, who were just, again, so committed to the site's growth that they were able to agree on the site guidelines, on what was and wasn't acceptable on the site. And there was really a good core of people that were so committed to the site's quality and helping each other that they were able to manage the site and make it grow.
Great. Okay. So you will be speaking on user-generated content or managing user-generated content. Can you give us a little synopsis of what that will entail?
Okay. I'm going to focus on the 4 key tensions that communities face. One of them is social context versus market context. To make sure. To make sure you're always working within the social context. Sites like Mahalo that tried to introduce money into the game, and it just completely screwed everything up. You've got to be doing everything, all sorts of. You've got to show appreciation, but you've got to make sure The classic case given by Dan Ariely is after Thanksgiving dinner, where the son-in-law says, "Wow, that was a great dinner. What do I owe you? $300, $400?" And you completely screw everything up that way. You've got to make sure you bring the bottle of wine, not the paycheck. There are ways of doing things so you're focused on keeping the social context, not the market context. Second key tension I want to focus on is your tribal elders versus your newbies. There are sites that, for example, Wikipedia and a lot of successful sites have a big problem that the tribal elders are so successful and have they get a firm grip on the site. And they really oppose anything to get newbies in. Usually not intentionally, but it's just the effect of some of their actions is to do that, to make the site very unfriendly to newcomers. And in Wikipedia's case, some of the biggest tribal elders are actually trying to fight the community to let the newbies in, and it's in many cases hard. And at the same time, you can go the other way. Some fights actually encourage the elders to leave so that there's new form of elders. I don't think that's necessary either. I'm trying to focus on ways that you can make sure you're thinking about both and keeping them both happy. Third thing is the quantity versus the quality. Some sites die when they over-focus on, and when they, it's not even over-focus, they sell out. They sell out quality to quantity. And you can sell out quality toward monetization, you can sell out to quantity, and you've got to make sure you're not doing that. I don't remember the fourth.
This is why you have your PowerPoint there to guide you.
That's right.
That's right. Nice enough then. Let's shift gears a little bit right now. SEO, and there was a recent Google update. How do you think that's going to affect the space?
Well, I think there are always Google updates, and yes, Google has made some nice moves this year. I think they got much better at judging a site by its by the whole site, not just the page. Another thing that Google did, I think that was important. I think Google's finally turned the corner where they've actually said, you know what? They never said this out loud, but the essence is, you can game us. Because for a long time they've been saying that, or saying you can game us, but not economically. That is, for a long time they've been saying you can't game us, nothing works. You can't. For example, Matt Cutts always used to say that we don't use social signals because they're too easy to spam. And now they've changed their mind. They do use social signals because they've got enough things in there after caffeine and all these other things that yeah, you can game it, but it won't work. I mean, it was interesting hearing Greg Bozer. I think was one of the classic black hats or whatever from the old days, saying that bulk link building is dead. I think he said, because you can't do this stuff anymore. Google's gotten too good. Now you've really got to play the game more. You really got to build good stuff for Google to value your site. So the industry's Google's been getting better and better and better, and the industry's been responding to do more like what SEOs should be doing, which is building the content that Googlers want. Is I think what SEOs are more and more concentrating on because the other stuff stopped working or works less.
What else do you think is on the horizon? What will we see over the next year?
The Google fight with both Facebook and Apple is going to be very interesting. Who controls the user? I think one of the things that the Leo Laporte said this morning in a keynote. Some people took it as SEO is dead, which will be dead, which he in some ways might have implied. But the bigger thing he said, I think, was that people aren't going to Google, meaning that they're getting Google results from somewhere else, and there may be intermediaries before Google. He was talking about that Apple may put Siri in front of Google, so people are typing in something, and then only in some cases will they give you the Google results. In other cases, they'll give you some other results from elsewhere. That they're sort of going to try to steal the user, not go from Google. So that's going to be, I think, a big thing is who owns the user. It's a big thing how the because social and search are coming together. It'll be very interesting to see who controls that game.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Gil. It's great to meet you finally. I'm Vanessa Zamora. We're at PubCon Las Vegas 2011. Thanks so much.
Thank you.